I didn't feel like in my heart I was fulfilling what was making me truly happy. I just remember thinking, do you know what, something needs to change.
Michelle, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I'm so excited to have you here and have you share your story. Can you start by just introducing yourself and your business?
So I'm Michelle Leivars. I am also known as the female business mentor. I'm also a trainee financial planner with an amazing company called Women's Wealth, who we help women to kind of take control of their finances, because I knew that I wanted to do something that was not only supporting women in mentorship in their businesses, but kind of support them in different areas of their life as well.
So you're a mentor, you mentor other women, but at one point you did start your own business before that. Can you tell me a little bit about your initial founder's journey?
Lots of things kind of happened in my immediate family, like my husband and my girls. Unfortunately, he had an accident at work. We lost everything. We had to go to food banks in order to survive. And then it was in one of the food parcels that I received like this tiny little sample sized of like I think it was a body lotion or a shower gel. And I remember using it and just the feeling that it gave me, because I hadn't been able to afford something like that was a luxury for me. But after using that product, I thought to myself, there must be so many other like women families in the UK that are kind of going through the same situation. And I vowed from that minute that I would help them in whatever way I could. I started making products and like gifting them to family and friends. And the response that I got from them, they said the same thing. So it was all about that feeling. It wasn't like, oh yeah, it smells really nice. I mean, they said that, but it was like, wow, it makes my skin feel something. So giving people that feeling to me was something that I was desperate to do. And eventually, thank goodness, we got back on our feet and I opened my high street shop in 2019. I was really successful in my business for the first 3 years. And I'd networked with as many women as I could during that journey, and I felt like I'd kind of found my thing. But then fate stepped in again, and unfortunately I had an accident in October 2022 and then ended up having a massive seizure and had a breakdown. I think a lot of things had been kind of building up for me anyway, and then it kind of forced me to stop. I'd been missing the thing that made me happy, and that was helping other people. So as much as the product business was successful, I didn't feel like in my heart I was fulfilling what was making me truly happy. I just remember thinking, do you know what, something needs to change. And I think I was forced to stop on purpose so that I would kind of go into mentoring. And I went for a coffee with a friend and she said, that's what you need to do. And I told everyone what I was doing, and I just ended up getting client after client, and that's kind of, the rest is history.
Obviously, your initial founder journey was really, really hard, and you know, a word that came up for me a lot when you were speaking about it was resilience, and resilience is definitely a skill that a lot of female founders need. Are there any other skills that you would say that a woman needs to start a business?
I think it's really important to believe in what you're doing. I think there's so much out there about, you know, you have to be confident, you have to be putting yourself here, there and everywhere in order to be successful. That's not true. I think the most important thing to do in your business is be authentic. I think if you can be yourself and not try and be something that you're not, then people will warm to you anyway. I think it's so important to show your audience and to show your ideal clients that side of you, because it becomes so much more approachable for them. Some people see personal branding as like just your logo, your colours, like the way that your website looks. But I think when we talk about personal branding, it's about trying to show the person that's behind the business and not being scared of really what other people think. And yeah, just be authentically yourself, because you know you can't please everybody. Not everybody is going to like you, not everyone's going to gel with you, but the right people will.
Let's talk a little bit about networking, because I feel like being a business owner, people think it's such an individual thing, right? But really, you know, a lot of times you have to call on your network. Do you have a network? What was it like kind of finding one? And do you mentor other women in your mentee group to go and join networks?
I think having that person that you can sit and bounce ideas off without judgment, without feeling, stupid, having somebody that's probably been through the same, was invaluable for me. It helped me, not only did it help me move forward in my business at the time, it helped me kind of step outside of what I was doing, because I think as a female founder, you go through phases where you're constantly working so hard in your business, you forget to kind of step out and one, reflect on how far you've come, and two, be able to see your business from an outsider's point of view, which I think is a really, really useful, like an aerial perspective. I mean, not only does it help you to get a solid plan in place, it helps build your confidence really, and kind of see your achievements. Business is so full of ups and downs. And I think to find those people that can kind of go on that journey with you is so important. There's such a strength when it comes to women getting together and supporting one another. You can utilise each other's connections, you can utilise each other's knowledge and experience. So definitely network. Even if you're shy, it doesn't matter. There'll be plenty of other women that will be shy as well, but just take the first step and kind of put yourself in situations that, as sad as it sounds, like your future self will thank you for, because it makes such a difference.
Coming to the end now again, just finally, if you could give a piece of advice to a woman out there who's looking to start her own business, what would it be?
Absolutely do it. If it's something that makes your heart happy, if you know that this is the direction that you want to go in, do not be swayed by anybody. Come and find, women like me, women in communities, come and find us, because we will help you. Don't ever doubt yourself. I think sometimes when it comes to being a woman in business and all the other hats that we wear, I don't think that balance is possible, but I think there is things that we can do to kind of lessen the burden in a way. I think we can get so swamped with, I've got so many things to do, and actually end up doing none of them, because you can feel so overwhelmed. So I think the most important thing to do is kind of have a bit of structure, and just be a bit kinder to yourself with your time and what's realistic in what you can achieve in a day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this has been really great. Thank you so much again for your time. I think people are going to find your message super inspiring.